Sermon for 14th Sunday of the year 2021. For it is when I am weak that I am strong. Strange word from St. Paul as today's second reading. What does he really mean by it? Being weak in this sense means depending on God for everything. Some of the first religious orders that sprung up in the church over the centuries were what you called mendicant orders. They were not allowed to work for a living, but had to beg for food and depend upon people's handouts for their nourishment. I have a friend called Mike. He is the abbot of a Cistercian monastery in Ireland. The Cistercian monks get up very early in the morning. They start praying at 3:30 in the morning. And all through the day, they go back to the chapel for Mass and Lauds and Vespers, Matins, etc., several times. In between, they have a huge farm to run with about 100 cattle, mostly milking cows that are milked once or twice a day. I visited him many times, and it is amazing to see all these cows coming up so close, going in and out of the milking parlour. The milk that they sell gives them the money on which to survive, so they are okay as long as there are enough monks to do the milking and all the other jobs on the farm. They have a farm manager who handles all the technical side of things. But some of the other orders, when they started up, had to depend upon people's generosity to survive, so it must have been a bit frustrating, and had to learn to depend on God's benevolence. St. Paul also says that the Lord said, "My grace is enough for you. My power is at its best in weakness." St. Paul had to learn to depend on people's generosity and kindness as he travelled all over the Mediterranean to different cities, different countries, and sometimes he did not know what was going to happen to him or who he was going to meet up with. Maybe sometimes we might need to be a bit weak, so that we too can depend upon God for everything.